the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning of the season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland, Thompson down low with Mozgov. Irving is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's James in at the small forward. Here's Love, and it's off the back rim, no good. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Flash. The jump hook, and again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Outside Butler. Now the feed to Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Love the pass to Flash, and he gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The drive by LeBron. Right side, Butler. Soft touch off the glass. Butler's got his first basket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Flash. He's covered by Irving. Here's Big Dog. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Butler on the way. Shoots it up. Black grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Booth. Buries the long-range jumper. Flash has got 5 points so far.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And that one's good.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Irving kicks to Thompson. LeBron with it. He feeds it to Mozgov. Just 5 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron. No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Bulls trail by 3. Here's Flash. He has 5. Feeds to Black. Lets it fly from 18. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
High post try. It's Chicago with another bucket.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Cavaliers leading. Irving dishes to Thompson. Pass to Varejao. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Varejao setting the pick for Smith. Back to Varejao. James right side. No good with the wing jumper. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach David Black. Doris?
For them to be successful, Kevin, he said they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees every time the ball gets in the post. If they don't collapse on their post threats, he knows they're in for a long game. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris. The Bulls have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Flash passes to Gibson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago trailing here. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. Fades away. And he gets it to go. Mirotic has got his first points of the game.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range. And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And for Blatt, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on, the Cavs got tougher. Those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
So for the Bulls, pass comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mirotic. Then for the Cavaliers, Iman Shumpert has come in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Williams in for Irving. .133 left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Bass. Here's Booth. Rebound by Williams.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
And Shumpert kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. Shumpert, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Flash passes to Big Dog. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Big Dog's got 5 now.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
The Bulls leading by 3. Clarkson kicks to Bass. Shoots from the baseline. That's tipped, but he gets it back. Here's Gibson. And he gets the bucket. Gibson's got his second basket of the game. Here's James. He's got 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Here's Shumpert. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Iman Shumpert. That one is no good. Here's Flash. Got it off in time. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. We've got J.R. Smith. Jimmy Butler is out there with Williams. Then it's Mozgov. And it's LeBron in at the 4. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Butler attacking, makes it off the glass.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
The Bulls leading by 6. Big Dog the pass to Randle. There's the dish to Black. Mozgov with the steal. Outside Williams. Smith. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And, you know, going back to Randle's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
On the wing, Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mirotic against Butler. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked by Mirotic. Second shot opportunity, and it's Butler missing. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Passes it to Clarkson. Here's Black. Drills the elbow jumper.
And talking about Randle's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Butler attacking. Here's Mozgov. Chicago grabs the miss. And here's Clarkson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Tariq Black. And Kevin Love has subbed in for Randle. Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Williams. Free throw good. Clarkson. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Here's Jefferson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Now just a 5-point Bulls lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And the shot is good. 8 points for Big Dog.
And with Gibbs, up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Another miss by Irving.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Well, with Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring. But pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Mozgov with the steal. Irving attacking. Count that as his fourth basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there. You know, you look at the coaching success for both Jason Kidd and Steve Kerr, both with long playing careers, championship experience on their resumes. Steve, in fact, Clark even had some time in the front office with Phoenix.
And don't forget about his broadcasting career either, Kevin. I mean, I think in both cases, though, you look at these two guys, they were able to come in and have immediate credibility with their teams and their playing experience, part of their preparation for being coaches.
Flash is checked in for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 6. And there's the pass to Big Dog. Shoots from the high post. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Butler on the wing. Here's Mozgov. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Flash, covered by Irving. Here's Booth. Kicks it out to Love from deep. Shot is off.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Mozgov a screen on Mirotic. And Jefferson gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Flash. 8 points for him. Love kicks to Gibson. Now Irving. Takes a 3. And that's collected by Love. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Here's Booth. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Pass to Big Dog. The three. And the Bulls, another three.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
The jump hook again, Chicago.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Irving dishes to Thompson. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Jefferson attacking Irving, and it's blocked by Mirotic. They get it back, and he recovers it. On the wing, Irving, covered by Mirotic. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Irving.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Flash. He's got 11. Bass with the screen. Got it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's Chicago leading by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. They got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. And it's a neck-and-neck game going on in Chicago. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. Don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Kyrie. Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Kevin Love out there with Mirotic. And there's Flash. Then there's Big Dog. And it's Black in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Mozgov, a screen on Mirotic. LeBron with it. Picked up by Love. They get the rebound. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Mozgov.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Here's Flash. He's covered by Irving. And here we go. Here's Butler, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Cavaliers trailing. Inside, here's Butler, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Big Dog. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
And that one's good. Love.
Man, you just got to rave and marvel at a shot like that from Kevin Love.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
To the right side. Mirotic has a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Mirotic has got his second basket of the night.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle. Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Flash. He's got 14. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to, won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
And he can't get the first one. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Well, Chicago has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Booth. Craps in the tray. Flash has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Bulls.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
It's deflected, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Bulls third.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
On defense, Cleveland. 4-point game. That's good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And the defense is just not closing out quick enough.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Flash passes to Gibson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got 8 rebounds in this game. Irving kicks to James. Smith for 3. Kept alive. Tries yet again. Here's Mozgov. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Love right side. And it's Chicago scoring again.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
James in the post, defended by Gibson. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from James. Chicago has gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bass comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Big Dog in for Kevin Love. Good. Clarkson's got 6 points.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Again, the Cavaliers score. Here's Flash. 22 points for him. 1:29 left to play in the third. Shoots from the elbow. And the jumper falls for him. Flash has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Guys, the Bulls' defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
59 seconds left in the third. Here's Randall, and it's Chicago scoring again.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Cleveland moving it around. James sets the screen for Smith. Smith missing again. The Bulls leading by 6. From the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bulls have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Flash. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth.
A few minutes passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. But that chick was some of ignorance's voice. She said, "Prophet, we got you beat." By the way, I missed.
Here's LeBron. On the court for Cleveland. LeBron is down low with Verija. Irving is out there with Williams. And it's Butler in at the small forward position.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Passes it to Big Dog. Unloads. It goes straight through with the swish.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
3 on 3. It's tipped. Let's go. Another one falls for Chicago. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And he gets it to go.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
James in the post. Pass on him. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Kevin Love's checked in for Chicago. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov. He's checked in for Verija. And it's Thompson in for Mo Williams. Free throw good, James.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
It looks to me like Love is feeling the love right now. He's getting busy.
Here's Irving, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down and when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
Both free throws good for Irving. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed.
An entire legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving, really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Butler attacking. Thompson dishes to Mozgov. Knocked loose. Butler kicks to Irving. But they recover it. Another miss by Irving. The Bulls leading by 8. Love outside. There's the triple. And that one's good. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
It's Thompson off the drive.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Inside. And the rejection by Love. Here's Flash. He's covered by Irving. Dishes to Love. The tray. That's good. Love's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bulls.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Left side, Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the paint. And Love throws it down.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Here's Flash, defended by Butler. And Love throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Flash. And the Bulls, another three.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
And so here's Cleveland. Butler kicks to Irving. He's looking for LeBron and finds him to stop the run. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his fourth season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
No slowing him down, just incredible numbers for Flash. He's got 36 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
First one falls for him.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
And so he hits both. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls. Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, two-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Here's Irving. Nails the 16-footer. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Out to the right wing. Fires it up. Releases from the wing and drills it. And that's now 20 points for Big Dog.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Picked by Mozgov. Thompson passes to Butler. Up off the screen, and he dunks it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And Love has it in the corner, stolen by Thompson.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left a man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Flash. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Kev, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting them get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again.
Here's Mirotic, and the Bulls another 3.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Here's Irving. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Booth. And the Bulls, another three.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
No one near James as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And standing by for the post-game show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan player of the game. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.